If you don't know who Destiny is, you've probably been living on a rock. But recently, this woman, known as Pixie, came out and said, hey, she's planning on suing Stephen Kenneth Bonnell, aka Destiny, for releasing intimate pictures of her without her consent. And since then, she has a fund that's grown. Well, I think it lost some value. It's at around 2,800. I mean, she's trying to raise 25,000 to sue him, and she's currently raised $1,800. Now, the allegations, if true, could potentially have a significant negative impact on Destiny's career. So, what he did was, instead of making a video about it, because earlier today, people were expecting a video for him to drop a video, and this is what we got. Destiny will be making a post/statement within the next couple of hours. Until then, all posts will be removed and locked regarding the civil suit, because she wants to file a civil suit against him, which, this is going to rub some people the wrong way, because it should be criminal. What he did was a crime. But money is a great motivator. So let's look at his response. Sometime in November, extremely sensitive and personal material of mine was leaked. If you don't remember, in November, it was leaked of him dropping neck on somebody. And it was everywhere. People asked me to cover it, and I said, well, it's a bisexual guy dropping neck. I mean, what do you expect? This affected not only me, but many people in my life. I want to be clear. The leak happened without my knowledge, consent, or authorization. I never had any intention for any of these images to be published. Having spoken about it publicly regarding the situation for a few reasons. I am actively pursuing criminal. So he is actively pursuing criminal and civil litigation on these matters against multiple parties. So it sounds like he knows who the leakers are. Speaking publicly about these materials brings more attention to them, which I've told people all the time, which harms all of the victims involved. And if you don't know, the lore is a lot of people knew that Pixie's intimate stuff was leaked. Okay? And people knew about her story, but she specifically did not want it to be talked about. She specifically said, don't mention it. Well, President Sunday leaked the story. So once President Sunday leaked the story about Destiny, this prompted her, if you want to say prompted, this caused her to release her own statement because it was out there. The messages were out there. And in short, she wants Destiny to pay a lot of money to never leak nudes again, because she believes that he leaked hers intentionally to an e-girl. We'll get to her story later. Let's get back to his response. All right, so back to Destiny's response. I've been trying to move on from covering drama content. Okay? As it had an increasingly negative impact on those in my life. Now, when it comes to these content creators and covering quote unquote drama, people have this epiphany that drama is no longer good when they become the subject. Destiny, no different. I get it. It's a fast way to gain some popularity covering drama. But when your life becomes a drama, that's when people tend to pivot. Hey, I'm no longer covering drama. I'm only covering this. But people love drama content. So one person involved has expressed self-deletion thoughts in relation to the matter. And I did not want to exacerbate the situation by talking about it publicly. Because there are now multiple parties involved in litigation, it's unlikely I'll be able to answer any questions until pending litigation has been resolved. This is true. This is standard, though. This is standard. That said, although I'm limited to what I can say, it is important that people know about my recent communications with and regarding Pixie, someone who I was friends with and collaborated with on many occasions since the leaks were first circulated. Pixie had stressed to me that keeping things out of the public eye was important to her. Remember, she didn't want this stuff coming out. So he shares some links. Let's see what the first one says. Pixie, one last question. You and Keemstar are friends, right? Pixie, did you know this was pinned to Drama Alert? Absolutely not friends, Lamau. I don't think he likes me at all. Pixie responds, "Rip, I was hoping there would be a way to get that post removed through their own volition." I think she meant volition. But I guess not, since anything other than that would just put more spotlight. Destiny, you're obviously free to say/do what you want, but I do not going to talk about anything specifically, and I will never confirm/deny any of the people in any of the videos, images, or say any names or anything like that, of course. So there was a picture of him dropping neck that came out, and there was rumors of who it was and was not. Also, another text message. This is recently because this happened in November. The leak. She goes on to say, "Let me know when you figure the stuff out with the lawyer. Also, if you have any discreet requests or specific things you want/need from me, let me know. You got severely effed over in this, though. Absolutely not fault of your own, okay? And yeah, working today to file stuff. Nino reached out to law firms and we are waiting for responses back for filing police reports to grab court orders and stuff. If you want, I could put you in direct contact with, I don't know who Ninyor is, or you can message her directly, as well as check in on this/verify this stuff. Just get off the phone with her an hour ago." Wow, this is very different portrayal. Looks like they're collaborating, but I don't want to be named. I don't want to have to testify or be named or anything. As far as people ask me, I'm saying it's a look-alike, and I don't have markable differences in my breast to prove it. Okay, so obviously her news got leaked. Yeah, okay. I haven't confirmed/denied anything at all publicly, and I will never do so. And I'll double check with you before anything ever gets mentioned in a police report or court order or anything. I don't foresee this being a thing, but just in case. Pixie, please don't tell anyone privately either if they ask if it's actually me or not. 100%. No one has messaged me to confirm or deny anything like that, except when Aaron/Straight Rage messaged me. This is getting there. It's getting there. Pixie, please don't tell anyone if they ask if it's actually me or not. He said he won't confirm or deny anything. She goes on to say, "Sounds good. Do you think you'll try to go criminally after this person or not? I assume you can subpoena Kiwi Farms for his account information and maybe even IP address and go from there if you desire. Or do you feel like that would be too much attention drawn to it?" Destiny, I have absolutely no idea, waiting for this law firm to confirm a call with me. I think also, like I said, I won't do anything in terms of filing civil stuff or making criminal complaints without checking with you first. So it seems like he is incorporating her in the legal process that he has. Let's keep going. On December 11th, I received a message from a mutual acquaintance. What's this message? Laur, what you did was evil. I have never hated anyone so much. So Laur de Laguna is accusing Destiny of leaking from a mutual acquaintance named Laura Hayden, known as Laur de Laguna, who has a legal background. Lauren has had a negative sentiment towards me after I rejected her romantic advances earlier in the year. Now, look, Destiny do be chopping people down. He's like, "Look, yeah, man, I usually have threesomes planned when I land." I understand that she has organized the fundraiser. Oh, wow. To support Pixie's lawsuit against me, and assume that she has been counseling Pixie on how to proceed. It is. It's right here. She is the organizer for the campaign. Wow. Plot twist. The same day, I received a message from Pixie where she suggested she would create a post about me that would go live Whoa. After she deleted herself. This concerned me greatly. I genuinely believe that she was still in mental anguish following the leak weeks earlier. I responded in earnest, doing what I could do to reassure her that letting her know that she had every right to pursue legal action. At no stage did I try to convince her otherwise. This was highly emotional, volatile time, and my main concern was her well-being. Do you guys believe him? I mean, this seems genuine. I mean, look, man, last time, look, I'll just say, look, it seems to be genuine. Seems to be genuine to me. A few hours later, I messaged a mutual friend, Straighter Raid, who I knew to be particularly close with Pixie. We tried to figure out the best way forward in terms of making things right, or as they could be for Pixie. In that conversation, let's see what he linked. Oh my God, this is a book. This is a book. This is a book. Let's just take him at his word for the sake of time and getting through this. All right, because this is just too much reading. I like that he shows proof. I really appreciate that. That's going to go far. But I'm not about to read all of this as we continue to go forward. Let's keep going. Oh my goodness. I could do to alleviate the toll on, so they spoke about things to do to alleviate the toll on Pixie's mental health. I took Straighter Raid suggestions and presented them to Pixie. I explicitly offered to help her financially, having had it communicated to me that she was also under financial pressure while dealing with this matter. So like when we see hers,
I'm in a bind, Nate.
It looks like he was trying to offer money to cover up, him potentially leaking her stuff. But it looks like he was whatchamacallit, he was trying to help her. Pixie responded stating that whatever price she would ask for would be too high and would only result in making her feel worse. This is an older screenshot from our conversation. It appears she has since deleted that only message. This feels super lame. I don't want to imply that somehow just giving you money helps anything go away or fixes everything for you. But if you have any bills you owe money on or anything or have any financial stuff I can help with, I can at the very least chip in and help with any of that. So that at least one less thing you'd have to worry about or stress over while you are worrying getting through this. Ooh, man. She framed it a little different. It's more complicated than that. I feel like there's no justice for what's been done. I feel like people for the rest of my life are going to try to send it to my family or workplace or wherever I go. I feel extremely violated with how so many people saw me non-consensually in a vulnerable position. Oh, I mean, I don't think she wanted her tape out there. I feel like people are always going to use this as proof that I slept my way into whatever achievements I garner. I feel this is evidence that everything will be better with me gone. Oh man, this feels super lame. Pixie, I feel like whatever you ask to cover would be too high and going to feel even worse. It looks like it's just the same message. I think the number of people who know or even keep up with it enough to go after you on this probably at most 0. I think people hate others involved. Me, Lauren, Nick. Whoa, Nick Fuentes? Don't tell me. Way more, and it overshadows everything a lot more. As for the achievements or anything like that, the majority of the work and stuff you've done have been completely independent from me in any way. So the only people who would say anything like that are people who would have said it's like that anyway, who aren't worth your time. Okay, this is looks like a nothing burger, blah, blah, blah. Later in conversation with Stargate, she told me that Pixie seemed to want me to cover her entire tuition for law school. Others told me that Pixie thought it would be appropriate for me to pay her anywhere from $500,000 to $1 million. At no point did Pixie make any specific or explicit request for financial compensation. Look, man, I don't want to get into who the guy was. He had his mouth on or not. I think sometime on December 13th, Pixie unfriended me on Discord. It became clear that no amount that I agreed to would satisfy by nature or fact that I agreed to it. Third parties communicated to the point financial compensation would be to punish me. This is true, guys. And this is in one of these messages that I saved right here. So in this message, she talks about, I think it's specifically, where is it at? Right here. If I can't take the amount of humiliation, oh my goodness. She talks about deleting herself. Hold on. Long story short, she says, here we go right here. I don't have a dollar amount right here where my mouse is. I don't have a dollar amount from the top of my head. It just has to be enough that for the rest of Destiny's life, if Destiny thinks of the word nude, he associates it with the amount of money he loses. So she is strictly out to cause him a financial loss on the whims of nudes of her and him, I guess, being leaked. That language was incredibly frustrating to hear secondhand. It can be, man. It is, when you're on the other end of that, it is bad to hear. Already shown a willingness to make things right as best I could. I spent time talking to mutual friends of ours with the intent to help address concerns with her mental health and self-deletion thoughts, the sincerity of which I genuinely believed. Oh, man. How much more it is? Okay, we're almost finished. I was objectively harmed by the situation and was actively seeking to find a resolution that worked well for everyone. I am not sure where Pixie got the idea she needed to financially punish me. In the text, which we just said, Pixie reiterates that she doesn't want criminal penalties for me, just big financial ones, which is unfortunate because you would want justice, you know. But then again, some people think financial loss could be justice. Some of my most personal messages have gone out to the world because of what happened, including multiple indescribably explicit videos of mine, many of which have been forwarded to family members and colleagues. Information has come out which has irrevocably damaged my personal relationships, 100%. 100%. This saga has been a nightmare for all parties involved. Her accusation that I likely used a proxy to widely distribute this material while claiming deniability is extremely hurtful. I flat out cannot believe that anyone would think I would intentionally leak material to the public. I increasingly felt uncomfortable by the language being used regarding financial punishment and wanted to teach me a lesson, along with constant references to precariousness of someone's mental health text messages. It no longer felt productive to engage with conversations. As is well documented at the start of this, I was completely willing to make things right with Pixie. Look, man, I'm not going to sweep for Destiny, but he was. It seemed like it. It seemed like it. But, maybe she felt otherwise. At this point, I'll just tell people close to me that if Pixie wants to pursue legal actions against me, she should always feel free to do so, but I don't feel comfortable talking to her or about her until, at the very least, my current legal actions have run their course. So he's done talking to her, and which is good, man. Look, man, she already set out that, hey, I want to cause you financial harm because she believes he intentionally leaked her stuff, where he's like, look, I got hacked. It has been brought to my attention that Pixie has now tried to re-add me as a friend, but I ignored the request. Way to go, bro. Look, guys, look, when my ex be trying to talk nice to me, I don't pay her no mind. I don't respond. I just be like, nah. I never tell anyone what they can or cannot speak about, and I've always felt left that opinion open wide to them. Despite that, some people have said I've never threatened Pixie with litigation or NDA'd anyone. My goal was to respect the wishes of people who have been affected by the leak, which was her. Pixie has now stated her intention is to sue me and is fundraising for that. I do not believe I have violated any laws, and since Pixie has made clear what she wants to do, I will have to let the evidence and legal filings speak for themselves. It's unfortunate it has come to this, but it means that all communication with her or Lauren, who may or may not be representing her, will have to be through counsel. So this is his official response. And you're like, well, what is he responding to? Her story is rather short. It's not as long as him. So she writes, on November 29th, I learned that streamer Destiny had non-consensually shared material content of me online. My dignity, peace of mind, and hopes for a future were stripped away in a mere matter of seconds following that betrayal of someone I previously trusted. I'm at least the third person he had done this to. I hope to be the last, and I will not be commenting on any experience of other women who has hurt. Now, as far as other people, before I can, his ex-wife alluded to it happening as well. Let's hear her out.
Exactly. But yeah, I hope one day that I can, I don't know. I don't even know if details of anything is really that important. But I'm pretty sure for the people that are aware that's happened the past month, I think that shows a lot of what has been happening. Things that just happened, the past month, things that's been done to me without consent or anything. that has been my past 5 years. that energy, yeah.
So it's rumored that, her and Destiny will make these films that were, for them. And he would send them to potential love interests. That's the rumor. I have known Destiny for around 5 to 6 years now and often find myself in heavy disagreement with him. Despite this, I do my best to see the best sides of all people, trying my hardest to spread positivity and create understanding where I can. It's corny, but I want to meet people where they are and focus on which ways we could build bridges together towards a better future for everyone. Some people call this fault of mine and they claim that I'm naive. I should be more careful. Those people are right. When I was 19 years old, 5 years ago, I was extremely sexually inexperienced and sheltered. Being severely terrified of leading someone on or SA, I thought I could trust Destiny, who I had multiple long conversations with regarding consent and boundaries. So you can imagine my surprise when I discovered he distributed a tape content of me without my consent. So it looks like he consensually recorded her, but she's accusing him of disseminating the consensual recordings. Yes, you read that right. Stephen Kenneth Bonnell II sent pornographic content of me to a random 19-year-old e-girl Discord kitten who he had never met before, and then she pushed it to the whole world. Rest assured, despite never having met her at the time, he at least spoke to her plenty of times on the phone. And I guess this is her evidence. There shouldn't be no, I'm sorry, there's literally zero excuses. I had phone conversations and stuff with this person. They were fairly close to me. It's worthless to say at this point, but I'm super sorry. There's literally no excuse. I won't say or confirm anything about them. If there's anything particular, action or thing, I might just let me know he could do. Of course, this is what he says happened. I think it's just as likely he used her as a proxy to widely distribute the material while claiming deniability. This is what Destiny was talking about. I do not understand why Destiny would knowingly and willingly put me in a position where I would receive nonstop sexual abuse and harassment. If we believe him, he was trying to impress a barely legal teenager using my body as a proxy, which, if he did that shit, I think it's over for him, but he's taking the position that he was hacked and this stuff unintentionally got out. The betrayal, coupled with the hundreds of messages I received filled with sexual harassment and abuse, have left me feeling hopeless, devoid of almost all happiness. The only thing that kept me going is hope that I can bring this man to justice. This is a false statement, right? Considering we know she wants money, and have him face legal consequences for his actions. For the past month, I've been speaking to lawyers about my situation and what to do, and I've decided this is the best course of action. I will be suing him for violating federal code, which is the Revenge Porn Act, relating to disclosure of intimate images for publication in private facts in Florida. I will be seeking emotional and punitive damages in his action. This is not justice. I have been told that the courts like this could potentially cost over tens of thousands of dollars, which is true. I'm terrified. I mean, this guy talks about potentially suing Hassan as if for fun, and Hassan actually has the resources to defend himself. He did talk about suing Hassan, but I don't think that's happening no time soon. I cannot imagine what he might try to do to me in the process. Sometimes I would wonder if he does this as an intimidation tactic. I wonder if there's a purpose, if he is purposely trying to put fear into my heart when he casually talks about throwing money into a lawsuit with multi-millionaire who can fight back. As if it's a direct flaunt warning to his capability of spending me in whatever legal case I throw at him. At the request of my friends, I've been encouraged to link my Give, Send, Go regarding this case here in hopes to raise enough money to succeed. Yeah, she did link it. Whoever the next Joe Rogan of the left is, it cannot be someone that crosses sexual boundaries, violates consent, puts women's well-being and safety at risk. It cannot be someone who puts women in positions where they will be sexually abused and harassed. It concerns me that Destiny has been interviewing potential DNC chair candidates such as Maureen Williamson, Martin O'Malley, who have no idea what he's done. At this time, as time passes, and he tries to position himself to have interviews with interestingly powerful figures such as Zelensky, I can't help to be filled with fear that Destiny might continue to succeed. Damn, she don't want him to succeed anymore. Despite facing no repercussions for his actions, if the Democratic Party wishes to succeed in the future, it cannot be a party that accepts the sexual exploitation of women. It cannot be a party that allows men like Destiny to break into the mainstream, for allowing him access to such spaces would be a direct endorsement of his behavior. She going all the way in. I've been told that the payout might be worth the harassment and attention I will receive. I mean, DGG gonna be on her for sure. In an ideal world, I would do this privately, but have been told there is no realistic way. The court will grant anonymity, which they won't. You have the right to face your accuser. This means my only option is public. I mean, she still could have did this privately. I mean, it would have been public, and once it got leaked, people like me and other people would have been on it. I have been told a variety of people not to go public. I've been told by some people that Steven really does feel sorry, but I'm inclined not to believe them, especially taking into consideration his actions regarding me. Regardless, what Destiny did is unacceptable, and I believe he'll be doing it again unless he faces justice. Let's be clear, Destiny has violated federal law in his transgressions against me. He has violated consent and directly responsible for sexual abuse I've received. I'm terrified. Evidence log. Destiny apologizing me for his actions. This is where he talks about him and he shouldn't have talked to that one girl. Destiny downplaying. It's more complicated than that, she says. There's no justice for what's been done. I feel like people for the rest of my life are going to try to send to my family. We read this. We read this in his stuff. And we read him offering to help her with bills. So we kind of covered all this. But man, what the hell do you guys think about these allegations against Destiny? Obviously, it's going to take place in the courts. I don't think this is going to play out online. He made a statement, unless new information is presented, Destiny's not going to provide any more information. He put out, I guess, as much as he probably felt legally comfortable to put out. If any new information comes out, it's going to be from outside sources. But let me know what you think in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.